Let's go ahead and talk more about Delhi. The land pooling policy was seen as a landmark policy that would resolve issues of infrastructure and housing to a great extent for the fast-growing capital city, Delhi. The idea was landowners would pool their land and give it to Delhi Development Authority, that is DDA. DDA in turn would develop the land by providing roads, parks, power supply and sewage treatment plants and return 48 to 60% of the land to the owners. About 25,000 hectares or 62,000 acres of land falling in 4 zones K1, L, P1 and P2 predominantly in Dwarka and parts of Narela and North Delhi would be covered under the policy. Besides infrastructure development, the government was also hoping to build about 20 lakh dwelling units in the next 10 to 15 years. 2 years after being cleared by the Urban Development Ministry, the policy remains a policy on paper. What are the reasons for the hold-up? Is it the lack of political will? Is it the Delhi government dragging its feet? And what is at stake? Moinitam Oja finds out.
This is Delhi's L zone in Dwarka region. Now, under the land pooling policy, this is where the maximum amount of land will be pooled so that the DDA can develop this area and come up with the proposed housing projects. But 2 years later, the policy remains where it was. This is because the Delhi government has not yet notified the 184 villages as urban development areas. Now, why the delay and what does it mean? Let us now go across and speak to politicians and experts and find out more.
ये बहुत ही एक एम्बिशियस प्रोजेक्ट है डीडीए का और दिल्ली के अंदर जो अनधिकृत बस्तियां अनऑथराइज्ड कॉलोनीज का जो एक्सपेंशन हो रहा है, ये जो गोरख धंधा चल रहा है लैंड माफिया का, अनऑथराइज्ड कॉलोनीज बनाने कॉलोनाइजर्स का, वो पूरी तरह फल फूल रहा है। जो प्लान डेवलपमेंट हो सकता है उसकी बजाय दिल्ली की सरकार अनप्लान्ड ग्रोथ को बढ़ावा दे रही है।
So what could be the solution? What could be the way forward?
सॉल्यूशन ये है कि ये गवर्नमेंट को इस पर अपना लाइन ऑफ एक्शन क्लियर करना चाहिए। इन्होंने क्यों होल्ड किया है, क्यों नहीं चाहते ये दिल्ली में गरीबों को मकान मिले।
Operationally, 2 things need to be done. A, the Delhi government needs to notify 89, 95 villages as urbanizable villages. Today, by classification, they are rural, and it is just a technical need. It is not something that cannot be done because it has been notified under the master plan. 2, once the Delhi government does it, the DDA must take over and get into the micro planning at the sector level, etc., create infrastructure, roads. If they don't have the in-house expertise, they need to enlist planners, global experts on infrastructure, in terms of water, electricity, social housing, schools, etc., etc.
In the last few decades, Delhi's population has gone from 60 lakh to 1.7 crore. The current infrastructure and housing accommodates only 1.5 crore people. The rest have no choice but to move into the slums and unauthorized colonies. By the end of 2021, this population is expected to rise up to 2.5 crore. But if the politics continues to hold Delhi's land to ransom, then it will be impossible to accommodate 80 lakh more people and to provide them with housing and adequate social and physical infrastructure.